let's design a simple flowchart for finding the roots of a quadratic equation. So this is the formula for finding roots of a quadratic equation. Minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So a quadratic equation will have two roots, and whether it is a real roots or imaginary roots, it depends on the value that is there inside the square root. If the value that is there inside the square root, b square minus 4ac, is a positive, then you will have real roots. Otherwise, you will have imaginary roots. Before you are finding the roots of quadratic equation, you have to decide whether this is a positive number or negative number. So if it is a positive number, you can have real roots. Otherwise, you cannot have real roots. So let's get into the logarithm. Just go to search menu, go to start menu and type logarithm. So this is the logarithm. These are the starting symbols in logarithm. In logarithm, every program will have a minimum of two symbols: a start symbol called as main and a stop symbol called as end. Okay, so this is a start symbol and this is the stop symbol. So whatever the instructions you would like to write, you have to write in between these two instructions. So wherever you would like to insert a shape, just give a left click there. It will show you the list of symbols and you can choose one among these. So this is the symbol for input, and this is the symbol for output, and this is the symbol for declaration. This is the symbol for assignment, and this is for decision making. This is for call statement to call other flowcharts or methods, and these are for loops for repeating a set of instructions again and again and again. Just look at this button. If you click this button, and you can specify what you need when you are designing flowchart. You want only flowchart, or you want to see the variables. If you click this button will ask you what windows you can see when you are designing the flowchart. Whether you want to see only the charts, or if you want to look at the variables, or if you want to see the input output, or if you want to see the code that is generating after inserting every statement. Okay, so you can choose any one of these. So if you console variables and consoles, okay, you'll get all these windows. So this is the area where you can design your flowchart, and this is a variable watch, and it will show you list of variables in the rectangle boxes, and this is the place where you will get output. Let's write algorithm for finding the roots of quadratic equation. So this is the equation for finding the roots of a quadratic equation. So you need three inputs, A, B and C. So we need three inputs. If you want to add input statement, just give a left click wherever you want to insert and choose input. Okay, double click this input symbol and specify the name of the variable. Okay, A. So A is a variable which holds the value. Before using any variable, you must declare a variable. Okay, for declaring a variable, you can use a declarative statement. So before using this variable, place a declarative statement. Declare A. Declare A, and as well as choose what type of data you are going to store inside a variable A. Okay, if you click this, it means A is not a single value. A can hold an array of values. So I declared a variable and I read A. If you want to declare more values at a time, you can declare A, B, C. So you can declare more than one variable at a time. Read a value A, read one more value. So you need one more input statement. B is another variable, and read one more input. Okay, so for finding the roots of quadratic equation, you need three inputs. Read input A, B and C. So before using these variables, you must allocate space for these three variables. So after reading these three variables, this algorithm, the first step is read A, B, C. Read three variables. The first, declare variables A comma B comma C, and then read those three inputs. So before finding the roots of quadratic equation, check whether these quadratic equation exist real roots or imaginary roots. So for that one, find an intermediate value. Let's say temp. Temp will hold the value of b square minus 4ac. So calculate b square minus 4ac. B square b into b minus 4 into a into c. Okay. So b square, calculate b square minus 4ac and assign it to temp. Okay. Now the temp is having the value b square minus 4ac. So based on this b square minus 4ac, you can decide whether your quadratic equation is having real roots or imaginary roots. If temp value is greater than 0, which means your equation is having real roots and you can calculate them. If temp is greater than 0, which means the real roots are exist, you can find the real roots and you can display them. R1 is equal to minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac, which is there in temp variable, b square minus 4ac divided by 2 into a. Make sure that these two are inside the parentheses. So this is one root, another root R2 is equal to minus b minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, and display both of them. Display R1 and R2. So if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, that means the equation exists real roots, calculate them and print it. Otherwise, equation does not have real roots. Display as equation does not have real roots. So this is algorithm. So first declare variable ABC, temp, R1, R2. So whatever the variable you are using in your program, all the variables must be declared. ABC, comma, temp, comma, R1, comma, R2. Declare all the variables and read three inputs, and now calculate the value of temp. So this is assignment statement because you are assigning the result of an expression to temp variable. Assign. So here you have to specify left side variable. Temp is equal to b square minus 4ac, b square b into b minus 4 into a into c. Okay, the right side expression will be evaluated and the result will be assigned to the left side expression. So after finding the value of b square minus 4ac, b square minus 4ac, check whether it is a positive value or negative value. So to check whether it is a positive value or negative value, okay, and you need to depends on decision making statements, selection statements. Okay. So just give a left click here, insert select statement. Here based on the condition, you have to take the decision. Here the condition is if temp is greater than 0, that means the equation will be having real roots. Okay, if it is not greater than 0, if the condition is false, you have to display as equation does not have real roots. So to display this, you need an output statement. Just give a left click here, choose output. So whatever you would like to display, keep it inside double quotes. This select statement will check whether temp value is positive value or negative value. If the temp is a positive value, it will have real roots. If the temp is not a positive value, it does not have real roots, you need not to calculate, just display this message. Okay, if the condition is true, then you have to perform these three steps. The first step is calculate first root and assign it to R1. So this is assignment statement. Choose assign. So this is not output statement. This is an assignment statement. So root 1 is equal to this expression, and the same way calculate root 2 also. So the formula is minus b minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay. Okay, if it is a positive value, calculate both roots and display both of them. To display output, you need an output symbol. Display here. The first root is so this is the message that you would like to display. So keep it inside the double quotes, and after displaying this message, you have to display the value that is there inside R1. Okay, you have to use ampersand symbol followed by R1. So what it will do is, it will combine this message as well as the value that is there inside R1. And you would like to display second root also. You need one more output statement. This is the second root. So this is your algorithm, that's it. Okay. So this is the algorithm to find roots of quadratic equation. You need these many number of variables for your algorithm, and A, B, C are inputs. This variable is for checking whether this variable is for calculating the value of b square minus 4ac to determine whether our equation is having real roots or imaginary roots. And this R1 is for storing the value of root 1, and this is for storing the value of root 2. So read 3 inputs, calculate temp value. If temp is a positive value, it will have real roots and display them. Otherwise, it does not have real roots and display as equation does not have real roots. So execute this. If you click this button, all the program will execute one of at a time. Okay. If you want to give a stop between the statements, you can use this symbol, step-by-step execution. If you click this button, all the steps will be executed without halt. But if you choose this option, this button, you can give a break in between steps. So this is the first step. So here you are declaring variables, 6 variables. You can see all the 6 variables are appeared here. Okay, this is the box for variable A, variable B, variable C, variable temp, R1 and R2. In this step, we just declared variables. So the memory is allocated for all these 6 variables, but we are yet to initialize them. So we are yet to give the value for these 6 variables. Okay, all 6 are of same type, so you are getting same color here. So the next one is input statement. This statement will read an input. See here you can provide input. So this is the console where you can give input. Let us say 10 as an input. And again it is asking for another input. Provide another input. Let's say 25. And it is asking for another input. Provide another input. So I have given A value as 10, B value as 25 and C value as 4. You can see here in the variable watch window. The value A is having the value 10, B is having 25, C is having the value 4. Okay. So here in variable watch window you can keep track of all the variables, what values it is having at each step. So in console you can verify the inputs and outputs. All the inputs will be shown on the right side like this. The output will be shown on the left side. So the next step is calculating b square minus 4ac. This step will calculate b square minus 4ac and the result will be assigned to temp. See, the temp is having 465. Okay, in this step, the value of b square minus 4 is calculated and the result is stored in temp variable. Now we are here. This is a selection statement, and here it will decide whether to take this path or to take this path. It depends on the value of temp. If the value of temp is a positive, it will take this route, otherwise this will take this route. Just observe the value of temp. The value of temp is 465. As 465 is greater than 0, the statement in the true part will be executed and the statement with the false part will not be executed. See, this statement is calculating the value of R1. Okay, the first root will be calculated and the result will be stored in R1. You can observe here. So R1 is having value. Next, this statement is calculate second root and the result will be stored in R2. This statement, the current statement, display the first root is R1. This statement is output statement, and if you execute this statement, the output will be appeared in the console. See here, the output is appeared on the left side. And the next statement is display the second root. Okay, see here. So this is how you can do with the Flogarithm. All the variables you declare will appear in a variable watch window, and each data type will have its own colors. Okay, you can make use of this variable watch window to keep track what value will be there at any point of time in a variable. So this console is for giving input and producing output. The inputs you are supplying will be displayed on the right side, and the output you are producing will display on the left side. That's it. Okay, let's do it for another problem. Let's do it again. Declare 6 variables. All the 6 variables appeared here. Memory is allocated for all the 6 variables, but we are yet to give values. Let's read 3 inputs. Let's say 1, 2, 3. So I have given values 1, 2, 3 for A, B and C. So let's calculate temp value. Okay, the temp value, the value of temp is -8. So it is a negative number. As temp is a negative number, the condition becomes fails and it will take this path. These statements will not be executed, only this statement will be executed. Okay, the output appear on the left side. Okay, so this is the way how you can work with the, once you are done with verifying your algorithm or flowchart for correctness, you can generate code. To generate code, what you can do is just go to the tools menu, select source code viewer, and here you can choose your programming language. Okay, so you can, lots of programming languages are available. You can choose any one of these programming language, and the code will be generated automatically. Let's see. So this is the code for, this is the code in C++ for your program, and this is the code for this is the code in Java to find the roots of quadratic equation. So this is the code in JavaScript, and this is the code in MATLAB. So if you want Python, if you want to generate the code in Python, so this is a code for finding roots of quadratic equation in Python. So you need not to worry about the code. You just design algorithm and verify the correctness of your algorithm through flowcharts. So once you verify the correctness, this Flogarithm will take care of producing the source code in 25 programming languages like C++, Java, Python, PHP. Thank you for your presence.